What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream of this year's World Junior Track and Field Championships. We're in Hayward Field, Eugene, Oregon, one of the track town capitals of the world. And the trip here was amazing. So there's a lot of hype going on right now. There are a lot of athletes running crazy fast. And even though it's only day one, we've got the 100 meters going off. I have never seen an 800 so fast in the qualification rounds. Each day is going to be fire, and we're going to cover it. So make sure to go to our page. You should probably subscribe. If you're liking track and field and you're on the stream and you're not subscribed, that could be a fault of your own. So moving forward, we have some amazing things planned for this week. Each day we're streaming. We're going to be talking with athletes both physically here in Eugene, some virtual, but we got a lot of great names. So stay tuned because it is a very exciting week. And I do want to mention right now that we have some crazy fast times in the opening day. I mentioned the 100. If you haven't seen, Tate Taylor is jogging his way to a 10.05. So, if you don't think 10 seconds is going to be broken in that final, you need to rethink things. But I also do think that the 800 meters is falling into a pretty firm category of trackflation. We had 10 athletes going under 150 in the opening day, and I think we had 5 or 6 athletes going under 148. 148 wasn't supposed to be possible a few years ago. It's just happening all the time. So make sure to leave your thoughts on the events you want to see. Make sure to leave your thoughts on your predictions. We love looking at those things. And yeah, World Junior Championships are very exciting, and we're going to have a good time this week. So I'm very excited to keep moving forward, and I'm also very excited to introduce our first guest so far that we have. And man, this is a man that is running times that, a high schooler shouldn't be running, really. It's amazing to see what he's done this season. We're talking with Jackson Spencer. How's it going, Jackson?
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
I'm doing good.
How's the summer treating you?
It's been fun, just chillaxing before I go on my mission.
I heard about that. We talked a little bit about this before the stream. Tell me about this mission and tell me about as a track fan, we're definitely going to miss you. But, you got other things going on. So what does a sub 4-minute miler from high school do moving into a mission like this?
I took a nice rest after Prefontaine, and then I've just been kind of doing a lot of easy mileage and some good tempos and fartleks for base workouts. And I think that I'll just keep doing that the whole time while I'm on my mission. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just been kind of busy over here trying to prepare and get everything ready for it. So I'll be gone in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I'll be speaking English. Some other missionaries get to speak other languages, but I got lucky and I get to speak English.
So, do you speak other languages?
No. I speak Spanish a little bit, but that's it.
Muy bien, chilo. Okay, so this is the part that would surprise me. How long is your mission?
It is 2 years.
Man, we're going to miss you, but it's really exciting and great work that you're doing. So for those who don't know, Jackson Spencer kind of crushed 2026, running under 14 minutes for the 5,000, running under the 4-minute barrier for the mile twice as a high schooler. Not easy. So how would you kind of look at your 2026 and just sort of the standard, of what high schoolers and junior athletes are doing now?
I think it's awesome that everyone is getting so fast. And it's just been a blessing to be part of that and be one of the guys that people get to look up to, and I get to compete against some of the best in the country. So it's been so cool and fun.
What would you say is more of a challenge, a sub 14 5,000 or a sub 4-minute mile?
Those are both hard, but I'd probably say sub 4 is the harder one. Just because it took a lot more of my effort to get into that level of fitness to be sub 4, whereas I could have just been on base training and I could have ran a sub 14, so it was good.
So no sharpening, nothing. You can go sub 14 on base.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, man. I think a lot of high schoolers are going to be envious of that speed. And I watched that. It was quite amazing to see you just, separating, lapping a lot of people indoors. And did you run a 5,000 outdoors this season?
I did at New Balance in some of the worst conditions that I've ever ran in, and I ran 14:08. So
Still
I
fast.
was feeling quite tired by then too. So, in order like to be able to still run a fast time, I'm really grateful to be able to, you know.
Of course. And, not to be outdone with just your 5,000 and mile, but you've gone sub 150 in the 800. You just
Yeah.
have such a great combination of strength and speed. And as you said, one of the guys that a lot of people are looking up to. How would you define trackflation? Because it's a very popular word thrown around a lot these days, and it certainly applies to this year's World Junior Championships. How do you look at it?
I mean, I believe it's real. I think it's a funny word, you know, but yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know if it's a coincidence that everyone is getting so fast, but I'm just lucky that I was able to be fast in an era where everyone is fast. So I think it's been awesome being able to still have people to compete with and be able to have people to push me to higher levels. So it's cool.
So is it a combination of things, not necessarily just the athletes themselves? There's a lot more people competing, the competition is higher, there's technological breakthroughs. How do you
Yeah.
balance that?
I mean, in my personal case, like I got nice, good shoes. I got like I transferred to a school where there's like lots of good teammates. And in my case, I think it's the teammates that push me the most because I'll
Mm-hmm.
always have people to chase and people to talk to about workouts and stuff. Before that, I was running alone, kind of. And then, yeah, like the workouts are more quality, people know what they're doing more, and like you can see online like where other people like what they're doing, and
Mm.
maybe you can change yourself or change your workouts to be that type of other person's workouts. I've not done that. I've just done my own workouts, but still, or Coach Soul's workouts. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um I think it's a cool thing. I think it's good.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people would point to the technological breakthroughs, which certainly aid in
Yeah.
running fast, but when I was your age, it certainly wasn't you hop online, you can see databases of data and see exactly what the other athletes are doing. So that kind of raised awareness, I think, is a big part of it. And also leave your thoughts in the comments, like what trackflation means to you, because it's undeniably real. People are getting faster professionally, high school, but you could argue that some high schoolers are almost training like pros now. They've got such a specialized set of events, you've got such good training. Have you seen that change from your freshman year to now? Like, how much has your training gotten specific to you, and how much have you seen that sharpening going on?
Yeah, I transferred to Harriman my junior year, and it was definitely like a change because before that I was just kind of doing like whatever whatever the
Yeah.
coach told me to do. And it was like I don't know, it wasn't as like structured or anything. It was just kind of like go out and run and just enjoy it. And that's a really good way to run. But I wanted to be competitive, so I decided to get to transfer to Harriman. And then yeah, Coach Souls, he had lots of good workouts. The hit training, where you do like 15 seconds sprint, 15 seconds jog for like
Ooh.
um, 5 to 7 times or so.
Mm-hmm.
That really helped me a lot actually in my speed development. That probably took me from like 156 800 my sophomore year to 149 800 my senior year. But yeah, it was cool. I've I think it's awesome that I've been able to be coached well. But yeah, it's cool to see like everyone, they're all doing the big workouts, and like whatever works for them. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good that they have the knowledge of to be able to find what works for them, you know. It's great.
I've heard of fartleks. I've never heard of such a short session interval. It sounds like that's like
Yeah.
somewhere between fartlek and sprinting. You said 50 meters, or how long are you sprinting and stopping and
Um,
jogging?
it's 15 seconds.
15
You'll
seconds. Wow.
yeah, 95% like sprinting, and
Mm-hmm.
then you like coach blows the whistle or yells down, and then we jog for like 15 seconds. Or we'll like the most intense one we'll do is 20 seconds of sprinting, and then 10 seconds of jogging for
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes and 30 seconds in
Oh,
total.
wow. take notes, people, because we're getting behind the scenes look here. That's pretty amazing. We'll have to
Yeah.
incorporate that into our training. So back to World Juniors for a second. How close were you to showing up? Because I think a lot of people expected to see you here, and I certainly was, as you know, under the impression that that was the case. You know,
Yeah,
what was the last couple of months like for your, your decision to ultimately go out on your mission and not join us here in Eugene?
It would have been awesome to do the U20 Worlds. And then, but I've always been like, even before running ever happened for me, I always knew that I was going to go on a mission. So that's the main thing in my life right now. And I don't think any championship could sway me from that. And then, yeah, I already had the world championship experience with cross country, which is my
True.
favorite sport. So, yeah, I figured I wouldn't be sacrificing too much by doing the mission, and I'm just really like it would have been cool, but I don't think I was ever gonna do them. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. As a track fan, obviously it's like, dang, but also props on the commitment. And I know you got a junior bronze from Tallahassee this year, which we actually had the pleasure to go to. You wouldn't happen
Oh,
to have
neat.
that close to you because I would imagine that's a pretty solid medal. That's pretty
It's
fast.
cool.
Yeah.
You want me to go get it? It'll take
I,
me like maybe 30 seconds.
honestly, I feel like I would love to see it. That would be cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just
Okay.
do it. Jackson, shout out on getting it. If you have any questions for Jackson, if you have any thoughts on the World Junior Championships, definitely let us know because, I mean, each day is going to be different. Each day is going to be more and more exciting, and we're going to be covering it multiple times each day. So, are there any questions in the chat that I can see? Yeah, let me get my phone out so I can see. Give me just a second. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Oh man, he's quick.
There it is. Here's the case.
Oh, lovely. Holy moly, look at
It
that. That's
says,
quality.
yeah, World Athletics Cross Country Championships. So it's
That's
really cool.
heavy. That's
Yeah, it's a
fantastic.
solid metal. You
Oh my
open it up
goodness.
and it's bronze. It's got a
That's
cool string.
that's lovely. Thank you for showing us that. Mom,
Hold
that's
it up.
pristine. That's one of those shiny pennies you find then you immediately lose, but man, congrats.
No, I'm
That's
not losing
awesome.
this thing.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so let's talk a little about World Juniors so far and just about the actual competition. Um, like I said, the quality is just kind of going through the roof right now. And a lot of athletes from the States, yourself, Cooper Leckenhouse, aren't going to be there, unfortunately. But there's still so much action to have. Day one, we're seeing a 146 in the 800 on the men's side, which is bonkers fast. And I'm curious if anyone's going to be able to get close to the world youth record of Cooper, which is at 142.08. I mean, as a fellow, high schooler in the States, how do you look at what Cooper's done and how do you fathom someone running that fast so consistently at that level?
I mean, I've always, even before he went 142, I've always figured that he would be the one to have a big break like that. I don't know. I just figured it. But yeah, when he did run 142, it was like, wow,
Oh
like
yeah.
that's awesome. And yeah, that's like a top of the line like you could ever get time. And to be able to do that at like what 16, that's so crazy. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
He has improved to the 142 low from, I believe it was Oslo or Stockholm against
Yeah.
Wanyoni against the Olympic champion. So the man's been on the circuit, but you know, with trackflation being so rapid nowadays, I'm kind of feeling some other junior might go 143, even 142. Not to mention we're going to be on the Eugene track. So if you got any predictions, I mean, leave that. But what's been going on in Eugene this year? I feel like the times have been faster than ever. I feel like the athletes are responding to the track. Can you share your experience as a 357 miler, which I do want to hear about your Prefontaine Classic.
Yeah.
What does Hayward Field bring? Was it the track? Is the atmosphere? What's going on?
I mean, for me personally, it was my first pro race, so it was really freaking cool to be there. And any stadium would have brought that sort of effect. But I think to have it at a home track in Hayward Field, I mean, it's cool. I ran there twice. One
Hmm.
time my freshman year for Nike Nationals mile, I ran 4:33.
Hey, as a
And
freshman,
then
man, that's solid.
yeah, it was my first time ever trying a super spike actually, and there were the cross country dragonflies. So
Shout out to the Dragonflies. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I remember those. Those are great. Um, but yeah, so you jumping into the professional race this year, arguably the biggest meet of 2026, other than maybe Ultimates. What was that like?
Um, Sorry, wait, I totally spaced out. What?
Oh, it's fine. I was asking what the Prefontaine Classic was like. What was that
Oh
experience
yeah,
lining
yeah.
up with the pros? Like getting into the details of that race. How did you feel? How did the entire atmosphere encapsulate you? How did it go?
That was so fun. Being able to. So first of all, I made better friends with Cooper. I saw him there and stuff. And then I got to race against my future college teammate Carter Cutting.
Mm.
He destroyed me. He beat me by 4 seconds, but still, it was cool. Um, but yeah, I think it was awesome to like just be there and try and stick to a pace that I've not been comfortable with racing before.
Hmm.
And the third lap, it got me. It was they started running away. So the fourth lap, I had to put everything together to not get last. But yeah, it was so cool.
I mean, it seemed to me, like you definitely went for it, and to still you were a tenth off of your personal best,
Yeah.
which to kind of like go for that pace and run that fast still is pretty amazing. So I think a lot of people would agree you had a solid showing, and to do that in a pro field is pretty amazing. So I think that's
Mhm.
a definite win for you. Um, but yeah, I think that like one of the things that a lot of people have talked about this year beyond just trackflation and like, beyond just like Eugene, like you've mentioned, is kind of the just overall awareness and how everyone knows everything so quickly and how track is evolving so fast. Like it wouldn't surprise me to see a freshman go sub 4 minutes in the mile soon. It's just right
Oh
around the corner. I
man,
feel like. I
that's
mean,
crazy.
what are your predictions on sort of like the trajectory of the sport? Are people just going to keep getting younger and younger, or is it still going to be like a senior game? I'm kind of looking into the crystal ball here for you.
I mean, I'm not too sure. I think there's definitely a mix of both, but I do agree with the fact that younger athletes will probably start getting better just because they'll have more access to the training earlier in their lives. And yeah, like kind of just whenever after you hit puberty, you probably are good to go for fast times. So it's yeah, I think they'll start getting younger. I think it's awesome that way though, because you get to like still while you're fresh and young in the sport and in life, you get to enjoy having a fast time and
Hmm.
having people appreciate what you've done, you know. So that's cool.
I want to switch back to your season this year because we talked a little bit before. I come from the age where German Fernandez was the king. And there's a very famous record he has on a cross country course where he ran 14:24. And this year you ran 14, not 14:17 on the hilly 5,000 course, 14:16.9. Tell me what that
Yeah.
felt like. And I mean, knowing that you broke such a great record, how did that feel? How was that experience?
I mean, that was the race where I wanted to prove my worth on the like national record type of stage. So I was
Mm-hmm.
just thinking that this was my race where I had to perform. And I just thought it's a really fun course to run actually.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to charge up the hills and then cruise on the downhills. It was fun. I liked it. And yeah, it was like a week after Woodbridge when I was it took a hit to my confidence not to run too much faster than I did the last year. But I think that it was more of a race strategy at Woodbridge of why I didn't run as quick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah. But I knew I was fast. I knew I was fit. So I had a lot of confidence in myself that I could run the record. Coach told me that I was able to run the record. And if if I could trust anyone on that statement, it'd be him because he's raced so many kids on that course. So to be able to hear the words from him that he knew that I could do it, it was just so cool. And it put the belief in my heart and my mind. And then it turned my legs into running machines and I was able to do it.
And you look pretty pumped coming through the finishing tape. Like, what was it like to
I was
see,
so happy.
14:10, 14:11, you're right there.
Yeah, with about 200 out, I was seeing like 13:40s on the clock, and I was like,
Mm.
oh my goodness, I am in striking distance. And then I realized I just had to give it every last little bit I got on the last sprint in order to get it. And then I did. So it was awesome.
Yeah, unbelievable time. And honestly, like, so like I believe the national record high school cross country, which some Great Britain people might argue that's not real cross country. You need to run up and
Yeah,
down
yeah,
hills,
yeah.
through slides, through the sides of stuff like Edinburgh. Um, Colin Solomon runs a 14:03 in running lane. This is a few years ago. I am curious, on a
I've
faster
watched
course, if you had jumped in that, do you think that might be within your reach? I know it's
the
subjective
sub 14.
on the grass,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, of
Oh man. Can you
course.
just run one more cross race before you go on your mission? We got to see if it's possible. That's flying,
Yeah,
dude. That's crazy. That's fantastic. Um, yeah, I'll jump into a few questions that we got here. Maybe we can run through together what we got. What we got from the audience. What are your thoughts on the 200 with Amir Thompson in the conversation? Do you believe he'll be a major upset, or will Tate Taylor be able to handle it? Now, I don't know how much you've watched the 200 this year for the junior ranks, but Taylor runs 1975 as a high schooler in the Prefontaine Classic. I don't know if you got to watch that, if you were there, but that is one of the craziest races I've ever seen. And there's a
yeah.
wind conversion conversation to be had. It's like if he goes with perfect wind, he's under 19.6, which as a high schooler kind
What
of hurts
the
my brain.
heck?
Yeah, it's not, and it doesn't seem real. But I don't think anyone is going to be able to touch Tate Taylor if he's still, fresh for the 200. But maybe, anything can happen ultimately. I think it's possible, but unlikely.
Yeah, I agree. Tate
Yeah, yeah.
Taylor's really good. Great
He's really
runner.
good. So Savvy2292 asks, what are your pre-race rituals, if you have any?
I do.
Yes.
So ever since my freshman year, and I've refined this a lot over the years, but my freshman year, I was trying to get from like a 5 minute mile to however fast I wanted to be. And my dad was like, okay, so you got this. Have you ever heard of beetroot powder?
Oh
And
yeah,
or like
absolutely.
beetroots? And
I have
at
heard of
that
it.
point, I started just eating the beets. I just, you know,
That's
I've
awesome.
refined that into like a beetroot powder mix now. But yeah, I do that every time before a race. It helped me a lot. So yeah,
I
that's my
believe
pre-race
that's
ritual.
a pre-race that a lot of people have done that also increases red blood cell efficiency. I don't know the
Yeah, I
exact
think it
jargon.
increases VO2 max or something. That's
Hmm.
what I've been told. That's the research that I did. It helps with your VO2 max.
I know there's a similar sort of product called Nomeo that a lot of professionals use. It's broccoli sprout juice concentrate, and it is supposed to help your lactate levels not accelerate as fast. And you can actually, a lot of people use it, like Almgren, your professionals. So I mean, maybe
Yeah,
look into
yeah.
that. I'll see if I don't know if you know who Evan Jager is, an absolute legend of the steeple world, but he's assisted us with some Nomeo in the past. So.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I have some very detailed questions for you. What has been your favorite 2026 race so far?
2026.
Just
So that
2026. Just 2026.
yeah, yeah. So that's from Worlds to recent. Um, Arcadia. Yeah.
Ooh.
Arcadia was a good one. I liked Arcadia.
Tell me about that. What made it so memorable?
The race, me being able to compete with Marcelo to the line is always going to be my favorite race moments. Like those
Oh,
are the fun ones.
yeah.
Where I'm not just running alone. I get people to actually push against and like it sets my brain into the mentality of like the lion, So it's been so fun. It's awesome. I
What
love
was the
racing with him.
margin of victory in that race?
Margin of victory, I think 4 seconds. I got him a lot on
Solid.
the last 200. He was right
Okay.
there the whole time though.
Because he's still pretty young. He's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
coming through the ranks, and he's run some
Very
amazing
younger than
times
me. Yeah.
as a freshman. But he's amazing challenger. Yeah, that's good to hear. Oh yeah, okay. Got another um, question for either one of us, but we'll pass it to you first.
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of looking at lots of data sets after workouts, or do you prefer working out racing to effort and pace? That one's going to be for you, not for me.
Yeah, that's a good one. I do think like I don't go like way into them. Like I don't do lactate monitors, but and like sometimes I won't believe the heart rates because it's like really, really low. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I'll definitely look at like what my efficiency score was on the Coros and then
Mm-hmm.
like
Shout out.
how I compare it to like the workout that I did that last year or like the workout that I did the last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely compare and see like where my fitness is going. But yeah, I don't really like look into like biomechanical and
Mm-hmm.
biological stuff like that. So yeah, it's mixed both.
I'm curious, and I'm sure other people would be as well. But what are your sort of barriers at each effort level? Because I'm not going to show mine; it's embarrassing. I'm not in world class shape. But
Oh, I just see what you
do you
mean.
know at what mile or kilometer pace you go from like the first group stage to the second or the third or anything like that, or is it available on your? Because mine's available right on my watch where I can
Yeah,
see
mine
like
is.
where I can see at my, you know, out of shape. Uh, it doesn't have good predictors for me, but um, if you don't have it readily available, I mean that's fine.
I
Uh,
mean, the only one that I really know of is the threshold. My watch told me
uh-huh.
when I first got it that was I think 445, 446.
So
I
that's
don't really
threshold.
I don't think so. I think my threshold's more like maybe 5 flat. But yeah.
I mean,
Um
still, that's pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm definitely as an analyst. I mean, I break down a lot of what the numbers mean, and Chorus is very detailed in what they provide. So I'm a big fan of looking at the numbers, and sometimes it's good not to get too caught up in the numbers because ultimately,
Yeah.
you just have to run. I mean, it
Yeah,
sounds
it
like you're
takes the
more of a
fun out of it
pace. Sounds like you're
sometimes
more of a
when we
feel
look at
kind
the
of runner.
numbers. Yeah. I do. Coach, well, the way I did at Harriman, we always did stuff off of feel. We never
Hmm.
did it off pace. And like he would always say like the do a run at like 70% effort or
Hmm.
80 or this workout should be 85 to 87. And then yeah, the hits are 95. So
Uh-huh.
I always do it off of the effort. So and I think that's the right way to run. Because I
Yeah.
think that you got to feel yourself or feel the way you got to go into the workouts and races like
Hmm.
in order to get better instead of like chase paces, you know?
Yeah, the golden rule is listen to your body. If you're not feeling
Yeah,
great, you probably shouldn't do that double threshold day and get 20 miles on a day. That's the golden rule.
it's
Um,
insane for a high schooler anyways to do.
yeah, maybe not recommended for a high schooler, but um, I do have a question, and I don't know if you know it off the top of your head, but this is one of the first things I did when I had my watch years ago. Do you know your resting heart rate?
Oh, my resting heart rate, like,
More or less. It doesn't have
is
to be precise. I mean, it changes, each night
yeah,
usually a
it,
little
it
bit.
tells you, well, see, mine, I don't understand what that even is. I mean, I know what it, because my heart rate goes down. My heart rate, the lowest I've seen it was like 33, but
Whew.
the,
Jesus.
but it
That's
says my resting heart rate is like 4950, So I don't
oh.
understand like what the difference is.
When did you hit this 33? Were you in like ultra REM cycle? How does that work?
No, I was awake. I
Oh,
was just resting.
huh. I mean, that's very low.
Um,
That's pretty
yeah,
wild. I
I
have never
know.
gone under 40 like 7. I think at my lowest was maybe
Really.
47, 48.
That's pretty good actually.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
my family
I
has like
needed a
a
confidence boost.
yeah, my family has like a history of really good low heart rates, so I think I got that. So it was nice.
Well, I think there's that correlation. Usually, when you have higher endurance and higher efficiency, you're going to be in the 30s, if not the low 30s. Because I remember Lance Armstrong, which, looking back, 2020 vision it might have been slightly compromised, but he definitely had a low heart rate. So, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool to
yeah.
hear. That's interesting, man. All right, what a world do we live in where we can just know a lot of numbers like this?
I
Okay,
know, it's so cool.
um, I might have already had this answered, but who's your favorite athlete to run against?
My favorite to run against so
Or just,
far, it
some
has
of
been
them.
Marcelo. He's
Marcelo,
been
okay.
fun.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
brings the heat.
But
Cool,
yeah,
cool, cool.
another one that's really close is his name's Peter Meekum. He's from my state.
Mm.
Um, and up in Utah, he's really fast. So he's definitely had me at the line, or he didn't have me at the line, but he's pushed me to the line a couple of times.
Mm.
So he's been
Very
fun
cool.
too.
It's funny because you've had such a successful year, and there's a lot of races where someone can push you, but you have managed to get the W so often. So what do there's so many people reaching these numbers. What do you attribute your overall win percentage to?
What do I attribute it? Probably just consistency, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I always want to run fast and I want to be better, be as good as I can be, and be better than everyone else as well. Of course, like I got to think that way. So, um, but only in running, of course. I don't know if I'm a better person or not, and I don't have to be, but I try to be. But yeah, in running, I want to be as good as I can be in running. So it's been fun, and that's that. I think it's just the drive and motivation that has made me as good as I am.
So how do you keep such a consistent killer instinct on the track and sort of compartmentalize that intensity so to where off the track, like you said, you can separate yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I just try to stay hungry and I try to, because in workouts, I'll always, when I have like people to run against, I always want to beat them in the workouts and I want to beat them, in the races. So I think that it trains my mentality to always have the instinct.
Hmm.
But I've always kind of been that way. So I don't know if I've really trained it that much. So I don't know.
I mean, it's there and it's apparent, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see. So, moving forward, after your mission, it'll be 2028.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
I
you
get back
coming
on
back
28.
before or after the Los Angeles Olympics?
I come back on August 16th, I believe. So I don't know when that is.
I don't
In
either.
comparison to the Olympics, it might be after.
I mean, but either way, you will be missing the trials. So, I mean, it's
Of
not gonna.
course,
You're
I
not
won't be in shape to make
unfortunate.
the
Yeah,
Olympics.
you show up and run like a 3:27, 1500, and
3:30, 3:30, 1500.
okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's
Count
July
me in.
14th through the 30th. You'll just barely miss it. We'll miss you, but
Oh, that's too bad, but
have
it's
a
all
have a
right.
have a great time.
Maybe I'll be at a member's house and they can stream it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, but when you do come back, what are your plans?
I mean, I'll get in shape as quick as I can for iStone and for BYU. And then I just want to see how fast I can get after it. So, yeah.
That's exciting. Well, we really appreciate you joining us on day one of the World Juniors. I mean,
Sure.
great season. Great talking with you. It's been fun. And, best of luck on your upcoming mission and best of luck afterwards as well. Maybe we'll reach out, get to talk to you when you're back. And yeah, man, it's been fun.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. All right. Have a great rest of your week, rest of your day. And yeah, we'll talk at some point.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, talk to you later.
All righty. Cheers.
Yeah, bye.
All right, and that was Jackson Spencer. The man has done some amazing things this year, and great getting to talk with someone with the insights of a sub 4 minute miler in high school. I believe he's one of maybe 15, 16 athletes that have achieved such time so far in the history of junior running. So we're going to jump into some of the upcoming events. We're going to jump into what's happening later this evening. Every day there's a morning session and an afternoon session, which really it's a night session because we're here on the West Coast and I believe it goes all the way up until 9:10 p.m. So we're gonna cover a lot of the races coming up. It's gonna be a great couple of days. But tonight is also another men's 100. So we have the men's semifinals. They're getting a good break, about a 8-9 hour break. I mean, we might see a sub 10 in the semis. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of junior running. Um, Obviously, we got Tate Taylor. We got your Gary Card from Jamaica. Shout out to Gary, man. Gary looked super strong in that opening race. We got Jake O'Day Jordan as well from Great Britain. But we also do need to talk about the full field because The times that they ran are, yeah, pretty amazing. I believe we had a total of, how many? Let me see. Let me see the summary here. You can find all this on World Athletics, but we had a total. Oh, this is the women's 100. Please bear with me. This is live. We're doing this raw. We had a total of. Wow. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw a sub 10 come the semis. We had 4 athletes under 10.2, and this is who I wanted to mention. Shout out to Marco Ferreira which is probably pronounced Ferreira. This is a South African sprinter. I would not be surprised at all if he goes 10:05, maybe close to 10. To do that in qualifying is pretty amazing. And also shout out to Chung Ting Kwok of Hong Kong, national record U20 in the opening heats. Incredible. But we're gonna pull up the evening session tonight, and it's pretty slammed. So we're gonna get women's pole vault going. We're gonna get women's discus going, shot put, men's and women's 100-meter semis. And to close out tonight, we actually have 4 finals in a row. We've got the shot put final, women's and men's 5,000-meter final, and then we have the mixed 4x400 meter relay. So if you have any of the events that you're looking forward to, if you've got some predictions, leave them down below, because we want to make sure we're covering the events that you guys are interested in. Want to get interactive. This whole week is going to get very exciting as the week goes on. And yeah, stay tuned, because we'll be covering that stuff tonight. But that's day 1. It's been fun. It's been really cool talking with people, and we have some really cool guests coming up over the next few days. So thank you all for watching.